Another way of turning your work when you do not have a garter bar, and this is going to be more for the mid and bulky gauge machines, but if you don't have the garter bar, what you want to do is whatever tension dial set in, and I had this at 5, and I'm using Ravel cord. I put that up to the highest, which is tension dial 9 on this machine. And it makes these really large loops. Now, if you don't have Ravel cord, you could use some thin fishing line. Even the thicker crochet cotton will work out. If you already get the top side of your tension dial set in, then just hand manipulate the stitches and make them larger than normal. Now, I went ahead and I already started, but I took a number 3 hand knitting needle and I'm putting it through the loops here. And it doesn't matter if you go from front to back or back to front. You just need to get some kind of sturdy, in this case, a knitting needle to hold those loops. Then I'm going to go ahead, push it back, and then bring it forward. Now, before I go on, I am going to open my latches. And then I'm going to push the needles back just a bit. And then from here, well, let me try from the other side. I guess it'd be easier without my comb on. I could take the needle out, and I find that first loop, and I will put it on that needle. Then I will bring the next needle out and go through every single one. And when I'm done, I remove the needle and also the Ravel cord. Well, the Ravel cord should pull right out anyways. Let me see if I could get a better view of what I'm trying to show here. With the overhead view, I'm hoping you're going to be able to see this a little bit better. But as I have my needle, I have a couple needles over on the right here. Now, if this was the whole bed, I couldn't use a hand knitting needle. I'd have to find something longer. But I could go ahead and hold the needle up and get the stitch in place. Because I'm right-handed, it's not working for me. Okay. And I could go ahead and just push the needles through that last row. And I could fix any later on as I'm going. Now, the other thing I can do is I can go ahead and take my 2-prong tool, and I could go through that last row and pull those needles right through. Even if you didn't have the hand knitting needle and you only had waste yarn. But having this needle here holding it up in place does help. I've done this a few times, but I do have a garter bar that I tend to use more often. And now I just take the needle off, and the Ravel cord comes right up. Well, got it under one needle there, but I could just let go of the clip and pull it through, hang my cast on comb, although look at, there's one there I missed. So before I go on, I'm going to grab that stitch and hang it on that loop. And I did have another one here that wasn't correct. There. So now I could hang my comb on and continue knitting.